Hey everyone, what's going on? My name's Ian Dandridge and I'm the head coach here at the NQ Fit Factory. And today I've got a short video explaining the value of goal setting. So before we get into it, why is goal setting important and does it even work? So I like to give this simple analogy. Imagine if you're going on a road trip, a really long road trip to a place that you've actually never been before. Do you think you'd drive without a map or a GPS? Same thing goes with your fitness goals. You could be driving 100 kilometers fast, but if you don't have the direction, you're still going to get lost. So this provides a good template and fundamental understanding of where exactly you want to go with your fitness journey. For those of you guys who have registered for our 12-week online challenge, really important that we take care of this goal sheet right away. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but it is very, very important if you want to get the results that you're after for this challenge. If you have your sheet in front of you, or you're going to do this as soon as possible, I'm going to go over that sheet with you guys now. So you get your goal setting sheet, just looks like this, okay? You get your pen, and I'm going to go over each individual question and give you guys a bit more clarity on what you should be writing down and why you should be doing it. Question number 1, what do you want to accomplish in your 12-week plan? So I want you to have a really good think about some goals that you have in mind. It could be things as simple as losing some body fat. It could be wanting to build muscle. It could be as simple as wanting to have more energy so you can play with your kids. Just really getting clear on exactly what you want. It always doesn't have to be body related. Like it could be related to your performance. Like I want to do 20 push-ups because you can only do 1 now. So have a think about exactly what you want. Everyone's going to be a bit different, but write down what you hope to achieve in the next 12 weeks. Next question. Why do you want to achieve these goals? Sometimes it's a really simple question, but it's often overlooked. Just to take the time and ask yourself why. So for example, it could be, your goal could have been, I want to have more energy. So you can ask yourself, why do I want to have more energy? Well, it could be you feel tired, you feel lethargic, you feel a bit overwhelmed because you're fatigued all the time. You can't enjoy your same day-to-day life with enthusiasm like you used to be, so it doesn't make you feel very good. So that's a simple way to just explore that why question, and you have that at the back of your mind when you're moving forward. You're understanding why you're doing something. I want to have more energy. I want to feel good. I want to be enthusiastic in my everyday life. So it's a simple approach, but very effective to understand why you want something. Okay, so next question, number 3. What's currently holding you back from hitting your fitness goals? And this is going to be a bit different for everyone, but once you understand and have the self-awareness around what's stopping you from hitting your goals, it allows you to push forward with a solution. It could be a little bit different for everyone. For some, it might be motivation. Others, it might not be knowing exactly what to do in the gym or with nutrition. It could be not having the right habits around training or eating well. It could be lack of sleep. So it's going to be a bit different for everyone, but I want you to take the time and almost self-analyze what is really stopping you at the moment from getting exactly where you want to be, and why are you doing this challenge, and how can we help you moving forward. And what I'll do is I'll give you guys an example of one of my clients. So I had a client training incredibly hard 5 days a week. They were eating well, what seemed like when I was checking in on their nutrition, but they had one thing that was holding them back from changing their body and getting the results that they wanted. On the weekends, they would just eat whatever they wanted. So they train hard from Monday to Friday, eat perfect from Monday to Friday, but just have a complete blowout on the weekend, and their body wasn't really changing. As soon as we fixed that one thing, they got amazing results and transformed their body and got the results that they wanted. So a good way to look at that and have an analogy of doing all the right things during the week is, imagine if you had this big paycheck you earned, you worked hard for it Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend you went to Vegas and gambled it away, and then on Monday you started again with $0. So it's just a simple analogy and a simple viewpoint of a client that I work with. So have a think, what's holding you back, write it down, and come to us if you need help with any solutions, but just create a bit of awareness around what's stopping you at the moment. Okay, coming on to the final question. So you've answered the previous 4, we're getting some clarity, we're kind of getting an idea of exactly what we want, where we're gonna be, how it's gonna feel, and we're gonna finish off with, how will you feel if you don't hit your goals? So we talked about in the last one how you feel if you hit your goals, but how are you going to feel if you don't hit your goals? One of the best things about fitness is an incredible confidence booster. So you're doing something, you're setting your mind to it, you achieve it, you pick a bigger thing, you move on to that, and you keep progressing. That's why fitness is a great tool for contributing to happiness, because you feel that progression in the gym, in yourself, moving forward. But one of the best ways to break self-confidence is make promises to yourself and you don't keep them. And that's what this last question is about. So I want you to think about how you'd feel if you don't hit your goal. Like for me, I know personally when I set a goal and if I don't hit it, I feel a little bit disappointed. I think about what I could have done better. I really take the time to analyze and feel. Okay, so we're moving on to question number 4. How will you feel once you hit your goal? And this is a forward-thinking question. So I want you to kind of put yourself and fast forward 12 weeks. And now I want you to imagine, say for example, your goal is to lose 10 kilos. How would you feel? Would you feel more confident? Would you feel more energized? Would you be proud of yourself for losing that weight? I mean, your clothes are gonna fit different, you're gonna look different, you're gonna get compliments from your friends. I want you to really start to feel and kind of embody what's that like if you hit that goal. One thing that this does is it makes it feel achievable. So we're thinking about it, it becomes present in our mind, and everything we do moving forward is pushing us towards that feeling or sensation. Another thing that it does, it builds our self-belief, because sometimes, especially with body fat goals or even when it comes to building muscle, some people just give up. They're like, is this even possible for me? You have to exercise and expand your mind and think that it is achievable. And when you start to believe it yourself, it becomes a lot more possible. I know, for example, when I was 100 pounds soaking wet, and I just read all these muscle magazines and I wanted to get big. I felt weak, I was scrawny, I had braces at the time, but in my mind I was like, I'm gonna have muscles one day. So I kept working towards those goals, and in the back of my mind I had that self-belief. And it might be an overlooked aspect of fitness, but you have to believe in yourself and you have to believe it's possible. So that's what this forward thinking and this forward leading question does for you. So take some time and think about exactly how you would feel if you hit that fitness goal. Question number 5. So we've gone through the previous 4 questions, we've gained a bit of clarity on what we want, why we want it, how we're gonna feel if we hit that goal. But we're gonna finish off with number 5, a question that says, how will you feel if you don't hit your goal? So we talked about building confidence and self-belief in question number 4, and one of the quickest ways to destroy that is say you're gonna do something and make a commitment and not follow through on it. So one of my favorite things about fitness, and I see it and I've seen it for the past 10 years, is building confidence in people, taking them with small tasks and then moving on to something bigger, and just progression, this linear progression of making improvements in the gym, and that does 100% contribute to happiness and being healthy for a long time. So with question number 5, have an idea of how would you feel if you don't hit your goal. Are you going to be disappointed in yourself? Are you going to give up on your fitness? And these are all things that I don't want you to feel, but it's important to understand while you're doing the challenge what it's going to feel like if you don't stick with it. How is that going to make you feel? Okay, so we've gone through our goal setting sheet. We've developed a bit of self-awareness. We kind of have that fitness roadmap for the next 12 weeks. And a lot of people in fitness, personal trainers, coaches and stuff, they don't talk about this, but it's actually completely undervalued. And you'll be able to see, as you go through the meal plan, you have a lot more clarity and awareness around what's holding you back, how you're going to feel towards the end to ultimately give you better results. So you might be wondering why we're doing this goal setting sheet. Is it even effective? But trust me, I've worked with thousands of people, and one thing I really pride myself on is getting people to follow the plan. And it might be a little thing, it might be a simple thing, but it sure is effective. So I want to wish you guys luck in your 12 weeks. And remember, I'm here to help you guys. The coaches of NQ are here to help you. We've got a support team to answer any questions for you guys. So make sure you reach out, and I want to connect with you. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I know you guys are going to nail this challenge. Don't forget, fill this thing out. It is important. Have a fantastic day. Your coach, Ian.